Welcome to Monday again. But next week is fall break. So, what are we doing this week? Well, you've got a paper to write. You know that's going to be due on Friday. And I'm kidding. I really am. Okay, I know this is going to break your heart. Pushed back the due date of the paper. You'll have noticed on Power School that it was due the week we came back from break on the end of the week, not the beginning. I'm pushing that back again because I'm going to make you do 3 self-edits on it. Well, 2 self-edits and have somebody else edit for you. Okay. That does mean I'm sorry that you don't even have to have the rough draft done by the end of break. No. Sorry, I know that's just going to break your little hearts that I'm pushing back the due date and scaffolding this baby a little bit more. Also, I have a survey going right now on how long it's taking some of you to do the work in this class, and it seems to be split with a few outliers. Some 2 hours, which is the only amount of homework I thought it would take, but on self-reflection, Miss Wills has always been a fast reader. And some of you aren't where she was in high school, and I shouldn't expect you to be. Because some of you it's taking 5 to 10 hours what it's taking the others for 2. So if it's taking you only 2 hours, celebrate. We're going to cut this down a little bit. And I'm actually splitting your days instead of part 1 and 2 between the paper and the learning. I'm going to split the days. Yes, I'm sure this breaks your hearts that I'm lessening the workload. Poor babies. I know. I'd like my whole life to rotate around history too, but some of you apparently, I guess I broke up a band because they couldn't meet a boyfriend, girlfriend. It was true love, but he was wondering why she thought she was having an affair with someone named John Rolfe, or was it Putnam, or, just, poor things. And then the Avengers. Yeah, it's my fault. The whole world's being destroyed and we're in the apocalypse because I think I broke up the Avengers too. Anyway, so here is what we're doing. So now it's day 1. You're working on your paper, learning to think like a historian and do a history research paper, which, as I've told you guys, is slightly different than English, but I'm letting you merge some of what you know if you're not dual enrollment. So even my dual enrollment students don't have to take on Trabian yet if they're not ready, because usually freshman level, they don't force Chicago/Trabian yet. So this is what we are doing this week. Woohoo. Okay, so day 1, which right now, yes, forget that says world history because you guys have the same day 1, but not the same day 2. So 28th of September, 2020, which is today if you are watching this on Monday when it's going to launch. Hey, guys, it's really not Monday right now. And it's not even the 28th yet. So, you're going to watch the announcements. Then you're going to watch how to write a strong thesis. I know, today is so hard. Yes, just your thesis statement. I care so much about your theses that we are spending the whole day worrying about your thesis statement. Because there's professors, and these aren't just English professors. And by the way, I've had history professors who will turn my papers over to the English department to grade. The head of the history department at Weber, the old head, he used to do that for the capstone class. He'd invite the head of the English department over for dinner. He would feed them. He would, have a barbecue. He'd be out baking while the English teacher read all of our capstone papers, the one you have to do to graduate and get your bachelor's. Yeah. So really, it's important that you have these basic skills. So we're worrying just about the thesis because there are professors out there that will throw your paper away if there's no thesis. You get a 0 and they're not even looking at it. If it's a bad thesis, they'll still give you an F and not read the rest. I care about your thesis statement. I care that you know how to write a good thesis statement, especially for a history paper. So watch how to write a strong thesis statement right here. Now here's the fun part. You're allowed electronic aids. There are websites designed just to do this for you and help you with this. You put in your words so it is not plagiarism because they are your words. So I'm going to have a nice 9-minute video on using a thesis generator. where I walk you through using a thesis generator. In this case, Papers Owl. There's also an Ashford one, the Ashford University thesis generator. They're better for argumentative essays, and I've used it for expository, which is what most history papers are. And although they can be very argumentative as well. Believe me, historians fight with each other. But for an expository, I like Paper Owl better. You can use either one, but this is an expository, so I am strongly suggesting using Paper Owl. And yes, that is a how likely are you to recommend it as to a friend or a colleague under them. I've done this myself. You see me doing it in the video. I believe I did it for the causes of the Salem witch trial, which one of you actually has as their paper. It wasn't intentional. I hadn't read your question yet, but just hint, it's what I did. So, I'll walk you right through this. Once again, this is not plagiarism. These are your words. You put your own words in it. See over here, own words. Please use this. So, of course, I'm going to make you then turn in your thesis statement. And yes, I will be looking at your thesis statement. I'll probably be doing this over break, as obviously your paper's not due, because I almost had the paper due by fall break. And then I thought about it going, well, do I want to do that to you? Because then, yeah, that really does make me a monster instead of just evil. And then I thought about it some more, going, do I want to grade all these papers over my autumn break? I need my break. Believe me, you've seen some of my typos coming through. I need my break. So, you get the break. So what are you doing on day 2? Puritans! I keep telling you you're getting the Puritans. Okay, so I've popped up here. And so for the Puritans you have, yes, please watch the wife swap. I know how that sounds. It's actually horrible histories. It's a hoot. You will like, most of my students who have seen this video love this video. And it's actually the Puritans in England, but remember the ones in Massachusetts were those guys over in England. Same peoples. So go ahead and watch that. Then, yes, I do want you to discuss, would you rather have been a Puritan or a Restorationist? The Restorationists are the other guys shown on the video in England. They're the ones the Puritans wanted away from. And you'll see really who's persecuting who here. Restorationists don't have a persecuting bone in their body. They were too happy. They were merry. E-R-R-Y, happy. So you will watch that. You will watch the Theocracy Bad video. And then my Puritans Part 1. Concentrate on the question you're going to get in the end on Puritans is their influences on the United States today. So go ahead and, listen to the religious reasons, and it'll tell you a lot about why they no longer exist and why the British didn't really like them. But it will also let you know why they're so important in American history. Why do we make you read The Crucible? Why in English class? Why is Miss Wills going over the Puritans in such detail? Besides, they are the basis of the New England colonies, and the answer is, even once they're no longer Puritans, you're going to see a lot of this influence, and it's actually going to have an effect on the Revolutionary War. Hint, hint. So that is what you have. Then you're going to go on break, and you're going to relax, and then I'll see half of you the next week when we come back. I know I told my world history class they had something then, but when we come back, really, we're going to be doing a review. So if you owe me any work, catch up during review week, please, because I'll be reviewing with those who are physically in class, which means no homework, at least for day 1. So, I say so a lot. Go ahead, and if you want to start writing your rough draft of your paper, go ahead. But know that all I need right now is your thesis statement. That is my biggest concern. And have a good week and enjoy your break the next week. Bye.